What are the projects about RFID on your new airplane, which is 787?
Right. So the 787 Dreamliner is our newest platform. And this airplane is very unique in the industry because it's going to have all new passenger comfort. It's going to be all wireless airplane.
Yes.
The in-flight entertainment is wireless. Airlines will typically offer high-speed internet access to each passenger in their seat. It's a whole new era, and with that we're launching maintenance practices that are going to reduce cost of maintenance by 20%. One of these, along with the electronic enabled airplane, is to develop RFID technology for on-airplane parts. So people go, what does that mean? Well, it means for parts that are very important, that drive cost of ownership of an airline, parts that are maintenance significant, parts that are time controlled where they have to come off of the airplane at certain intervals and be inspected and calibrated, and parts that are subject to counterfeiting, things that we want to have RFID nameplates on. On the Dreamliner, it'll be about 860 uniquely engineered parts. Total end items on an airplane will be 2,100 parts, because there's multiple part numbers per airplane. That's why there's between 860 and 2,100. And this is about 50 different suppliers to Boeing. People like Honeywell, Parker Aerospace, Hamilton Sundstrand, Rockwell Collins, to name a few.
Does everybody they have to change something in their organization to be compliant with you?
50 suppliers have the requirement from Boeing to have smart labels, that's RFID nameplates on the part.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by an RFID smart label is when you look at it, you'll see human readable in English and you'll see a barcode, but laminated inside that label is an RFID transponder inlay, which would be the silicon chip with the memory and the antenna. And what's written to that at time of delivery is things like the serial number, the part number, date of manufacture, country of origin, the weight of the item, its identification in English. So that's all prior to delivery. After delivery, airlines will start writing things like the date they incorporated a service bulletin or a mod kit, or the date they did a major overhaul or repair. And so you have an ongoing maintenance history on the part, so mechanics can access this without having getting to an internet or to looking at paperwork. So the scenario is you're at Heathrow Airport in London. British Airways and American Airlines, they're both in the One World Alliance. They're trading partners. They both fly 777 as an example. So one of them says, I need a flight control computer, primary flight computer. So they give them one, and there's a passenger are boarding the airplane, they're at the gate, they're going to dispatch in 20 minutes. And the mechanic wants to know immediately, is this appropriate for my airplane? Has it had all the service bulletins and mod kits it needs to have? Has it had an airworthiness directive if appropriate? Has it been checked? Has it had all the checks done? Before, this could never be done. This was never on, this information was never on the part. The history was always in databases somewhere. Now it's going to be on the part.
All right. Are you working in some way connected to APC, the code, or there's nothing to share with this?
EPC.
EPC, the code.
Yes, the Boeing company joined EPC Global.
Right.
So we're a full member now. We've created an aerospace and defense business action group, which is a collaboration. It's led by Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Actually, I'm the co-chairman.
All right.
Lockheed Martin is the other co-chairman. And there's suppliers involved like 3M and Honeywell and others.
Does Airbus is involved?
Airbus is considering joining.
Okay, all right.
They've been invited to join.
Okay, they didn't decide yet.
Not yet.
All right.
But this Aerospace and Defense Business Action Group is creating the standards. We use EPC Global. We're using their air interface protocol, which is ISO 18000-6C. It's the way the readers talk to the tags.
So can you summarize the advantages you expect to have with
Yes.
this implementation?
We're going to eliminate data entry errors. We're going to reduce the risk of suspected unapproved parts, which means counterfeit or parts that lost their paperwork. For Boeing, the big benefit is we're going to reduce our cycle time to solve in-service problems. Because when you write information to these tags, they become a communication device between the Boeing company, the airline, and the supplier. So we exchange information among trading partners using the information written to the RFID tag. It helps us make our products better. It helps us reduce defects, reduce cycle time, reduce cost of building these, because we keep learning more information about how they're used in the field. and how they fail.